When I was 21, I decided to join the Royal Thai Navy. I volunteered because that way I got to only serve 6 months as opposed to those who opt for the lottery, where they either get off scot-free or end up having to serve for up to 2 years. I went for the sure thing. Little did I know, it was also the beginning of a very fruitful business venture. When you show up to boot camp, they take away all of your belongings, including phones. So one of the few jobs you can get in the barracks is renting out phones to the other soldiers. A couple of days into my service, I was asked to help run the phone rental shop. It was my job to make sure the number of calls made added up to the amount of money I'd earned throughout the day. But over time, I started to notice that the numbers weren't adding up. One morning, I discovered that one of the phones had adult content on it. I quickly showed my friends who helped run the shop, and we started looking through all the phones. We found that there were a dozen phones that contained secret video files, but each one was different. We soon realized we had a wide variety of filth on our hands, ranging from straight, gay, outdoor, hardcore, and the icing on the cake, granny content. So we came up with a business model, 1 baht per minute for a little alone time in the bathroom with a phone. The next day we opened the shop as usual, but we told a select few of our friends that we knew we could trust about our new side hustle. The whole day went by without a hitch. We had more trainees coming over for our special offer than to actually make phone calls. We made a tidy profit from it. The money we had earned throughout the day from our handy side hustle was enough to cover the missing funds. In our eyes, the new business was a total success. It gave us the confidence to start the next day even bolder. We started telling everyone in the barracks. Everything was going well until one of the trainees came up to rent a phone. My friend and I were giving him the rundown on how the business worked. He agreed and walked off with a phone. 30 minutes later, he came back looking very pleased with himself. We took the phone back and drenched in alcohol for good measure. We turned back to the trainee and asked him to pay for using the phone, and without skipping a beat, he said, "No." At first, we were stunned and didn't know what to say, but my friends slowly composed themselves and began to negotiate with him quietly. He continued to refuse, and it caused the room to erupt into a full-blown argument. But everyone fell silent when the sound of heavy boots could be heard down the corridor. An officer walked over and asked us what was going on. We stayed silent for as long as we could, but he eventually weeded out the truth from all of us. The trainee had a cheeky smirk across his face as he joined the officer in rebuking us. The officer promptly told him to piss off or he would drop kick him in his smug face, then slowly turned his attention to us. The tension in the room was unbearable. But he let out a little laugh and politely told us not to do it again, or we would regret ever being born. Stunned and confused, we let out a big sigh of relief and continued to work. After that day, we permanently retired from the adult video business for good. Even if it was a short-lived experience, I will always have fond memories of giving my friends a helping hand.
ด้วยมือที่ถืออาวุธเพื่อพิทักษ์เขต